Do you have any quick hot takes on the NFL draft?
Um, I think somebody reaches for Jalen Milrow.
Early
Um,
first round.
earlier than expected, man. I believe Jalen Milrow, a
It's a
product of Katie.
Forgive me for cutting you off. It's a copycat league. I feel like a lot of teams are searching for their next Jaden Daniels, and I think Miro could possibly be a guy to flirt with filling those shoes.
He's not even close to Jaden Daniels as a passer. He's not even close to Lamar Jackson as a passer coming out of college. Lamar Jackson won a Heisman, but I will say, if he's able to sit for about 2 years, I think that third year he could really be something. But the way the league is set up now, he probably won't sit for 2 years. He'll probably get thrown in the fire week 8, and but hopefully that don't ruin him. And they just kind of be patient and build an offense around him. But Jalen Milrow, I think, goes mid first round to a surprise sleeper team that sees some Lamar Jackson in him.
Who do you have for a sleeper? Who's a sleeper pick for you in this NFL draft?
Uh, well, I think I don't know. I don't know if Jalen Miro would be considered
That's
a
fair.
sleeper
That's
per
fair.
se, but just like the last sentiment I stated in regards to the draft. But I think somebody who's just more so like coming out of left field, because Jalen Miro is like a household name, right? You start quarterback at Alabama, people gonna know you. Um, but I believe a sleeper name, potentially the quarterback out of Louisville. I believe his name is Tyler Schultz. He seems like a really good player, man. I was watching some tape, and forgive me if I'm butchering his name. Um, but just watching some tape on his release, I think he has good pocket presence. He has a good arm. He's pretty athletic. Um, I think he could be, he has some potential for sure. And I don't believe he's, maybe on a lot of people's radar. I definitely feel like there's somebody who could make some noise.
Uh, Draft order. I don't know if do you feel like it's a consensus that Cam Ward is going first
It's
to the
done.
Titans?
He's going one.
Uh, Landing spots for Shador and for Travis. What does your
I
NFL
think
GM hat tell you?
I think Travis goes too. I don't think Cleveland can afford to pass up on any skill position talent. They just don't have the luxury to do that. I think he definitely goes too. Um, I actually like I actually like Pittsburgh at, I think, did they pick 13 or they pick 19? I think the Steelers may pick 19th in the draft. They could move up to go get Shador. But if Shador goes to the Steelers,
Steelers are the
hey
twenty
man,
first. Steelers 21st pick.
I think they're gonna have to move. I think they move up to get him. But man, you talking about having a definitive number one and number two over there in DK and GP, George Pickens, man, and having Fryermuth at the tight end position, still having the running back Warren who's there. Man, he's gonna have weapons on offense, man, and he's gonna have a hell of a defense to back him. Something that he hasn't had, and I think he'll have. Obviously, being in the league at that point, you'll have, the better O line that you've ever had in your life. But I still think they need to fortify that up some, to a certain extent. But I think if he goes to Pittsburgh, man, it's a match made in heaven, and I think they go try and get a running back in the second round, um, to just really add some explosiveness to that offense, man. But if Shador Sanders goes to the Steelers, man, I'm telling you, I think that's a match made in heaven. I think it's a really it's it's gonna be tough.
Where what draft moves are you hoping for our Texans to make?
We made a lot of moves in free agency for the O line.
True.
I definitely think we go O line initially, but what I don't want us to do, I don't want us to reach for an offensive lineman strictly out of need, and the first, the best two or three get off the board quickly, and then we're settling, right? I think we should take the approach of drafting the best player available. Now, if wide receiver from Ohio State is available, um, Emeka Ngubake. I think you pair him and match him back up with CJ again, and you have him opposite of Nico Collins and have Christian Kirk in the slot, and you just say, "Fuck it, we run it," right? Which would be my humble opinion, but what do I know? But I don't want if we can't go get Kelvin Banks, or if we can't go get another top of the line uh, blue chip lion. I think we have to go receiver first round, just due to the Tank Dell injury and the severity thereof. John Mechie, although I love him and I love what he, overcome as a player, I don't believe he's ready to definitively be a number three. Um, a good number four receiver. Crazy to say that in the NFL, but there's definitely room for him still on the roster. But I believe we need to fortify our skill position rooms in the name of wide receivers. So again, if we can't get one of the top three linemen within the draft with the positioning that we have, picking 20 something, I definitely think we got to go next best player available, and we got to go wide receiver, man. I think we need it. We have to. Because I
Man,
believe in our defense. I'm a full
oh
believer in our
no,
defense.
1000%. Top five defense on the league this season. And I think that's a recipe for us cooking up towards the Super Bowl championship
Yes,
this year.
sir.